want to read your content from a file, there are four types of functions for that one. The first one, it is simple read function without any argument. It will read the entire file content from the beginning of the file. If you have written read within bracket n number of characters, then it will read only those characters, and if it is lesser, it will go and read up to end of line. Then the third style is this one, read line. It will read only one line from the file. Starts from the cursor where it is pointing in the file up to EOL. The fourth one, it is read lines. It is used to read all lines from the file into a list. It starts from reading from the cursor or reading from the file pointer where it is pointing to up to EOL. It returns a list of lines which are existing in your file. The first one, read function. It will read the entire content. I have already told you the syntax is this one, file object dot read function. So I have opened my file test.txt in read mode, and after that I have called f.read function. It is going to get stored in a variable called d, and I am trying to print the content of d, and I am closing my file. See the output which I got? Content, that message is being printed. After that, the 4 lines from my test.txt file is being printed. See this one, read of n. N indicates the number of characters to be read from your file. If the n is going to become negative, it will read the entire file content. And see the example of this one. Syntax is already written in black shaded area, file object dot read within bracket n. And when you are going to do this particular function, it depends upon the memory size. Then in this screenshot, you can see the script mode code. F is equal to open test.txt. It is being opened in read mode. D is equal to f.read of 10. So only the first 10 characters from that particular file will be read out, and it will be get stored in D. And when you are trying to print the content D, it will give you only the 10 characters. So you can see in the output, hi my dear, only that much it will be read. See the use of third one, read lines. It returns a line read from the file. When you are going to use this function for the first time, it will read the first line. If you are going to use it again, it will read the second line. And the file object keeps tracks of whether read or write of data is happening. /n is also used when it is going to read from the file. It will be there in your buffer. So when E of file, that means end of file, is reached, it will return an empty string. Remember this point. It can be used for checking whether you have finished your reading till the end of the file if you are going to use read line function. And if you want to do that one, definitely you must use a loop to do that particular entire file reading operation with this particular function. We are continuing with the read line function itself. Syntax is this one, file object dot read line. Examples statement wise I have written here. Later you can see the program. F dot read line, I have told you it will read one line where the file pointer is currently pointing to. And if you want to display that one, use the print function. And if you want to read line by line using this function itself, use a loop. It can be written in any way, but see the way how I have used from the point which I got, that last line will be empty. While S is equal to f dot read line, it will read the first line. Print S, it will print the line which has read. Rather than printing print function using the read line function directly, use this method. It will be giving you correct answer. If S equal to that string, empty string, because it indicates that the last line which you are trying to read next, break. So you will come out of that one. See, first line reading and printing. For that thing, I have opened my file in read mode. F.readline is being called and it is being stored in D. I'm trying to print that one. It will print the first line of my file. That means, hi my dear kids, comma. I'm trying to read 3 lines using readline function itself. I'm trying to open my file in read mode. D is equal to f dot read line. I'm trying to print D's output. It will print the first line output. In the second time, I'm using different variable. You can use the same variable itself. Just to make you to understand, I'm using another variable s is equal to f dot read line. And after that, I'm trying to print s. It will print the second line because our file handler f knows where we have stopped our reading. So it will continue its reading from the next line onwards. Then again, I'm using the same variable s itself for the third line, but because now, right now you might have understood how to read the first line, how to read the second line. For the second line, I'm using the same statement itself, but it will read the third line only because file handle knows where it is pointing to right now. And after that, I have written f dot close. The output of the first case, it has printed the first line of my text file. In the second case, it has printed how are you. In the third one, I got welcome to. Then, reading entire content using read line and a loop. You can see the previous coding which is written in a script mode. File is being file is being opened in read mode while f, actually this is an infinite loop, so definitely this loop must contain a terminating condition. So s equal to f dot read line, it will read the lines from this one and it will print using print function, but make sure that inside this one the termination condition must be written as equal to empty string. If it is so, break from the loop. So your program control will come to the next statement. There I have written f dot close, file will be get closed. See, you can see the output, you can see insect, you can see my test.txt notepad also. Both the content of the files are same. That means I got the output same as my text content. Then how to read the entire file content without reading functions just by a loop. It's much easy way to handle that one. Okay, f is equal to open test.txt read mode for each in f. That means for each line in f, print each. That's enough. You will get the entire output in this way also. Then the fourth one, read lines. Reads the entire file content depending upon the size of the memory required, and it will return the list of strings. Each will be separated by slash. See the first example of read lines. I have opened my test.txt in read mode. F.read lines I'm using, so entire lines of my text file, it is being read out and being stored in a variable called lines. For each in lines, that means we are going to print each line, so each is a variable I'm using. Okay, print each, it will print each line from the line list. So first line I got, hi my dear kids, how are you, welcome to. Then the last line, first text file, it will read the end and it will print that one. Okay, so you can see extra spacing there. See this one, I don't want extra spacing, so I'm using, along with the print function, I'm using a space so that everything is packed up together without much space. You can see the output screen. Third example, using read lines. It's going to read from the second character to the list. I'm trying to open my file in read mode, f.read of 2. So it will read the two characters. After that, I'm going to use f.readline. So from the third character onwards, it is going to come as a part of that printing. So you can see everything is printed as a list format. Single quotes, comma onwards, it's being written there. Hi, it's already read out, so it is not printed. It is not printed along with the second line of output. You can see hi is printed in the first line. The remaining content of the file, all the lines are printed along with the slash n. I have told you read lines will read the slash n also. That one also you can see this one. So the first string you got comma hi my dear kids comma slash n, single quotes closed comma followed by the second line, that means how are you slash n. The third content of the list, it is welcome to slash n. Then the fourth one, it is my first line text file slash n, and single quotes is being closed, the square bracket is also closed. And after that, see the program again, f.read of 3. You know that now your file handle is pointing to the end of the file. At that time they are trying to print and read 3 characters. You will not get nothing as your outputs. That's why the empty line is there. After that again, f.read lines is being called. You know that you got an empty list because nothing is there to read again. Then I'm just printing a message. Try to print the remaining content. You know that the content is not there. So this particular message will be get printed. After that, again f dot read I'm trying to do. You will get nothing because it is not going to return an empty list, whereas read lines will return an empty list. Then after that, I'm trying to print empty. So we got the output as